A young woman stands on the side of the road. Her long dark hair flutters in the wind, obscures her features. Her arm is outstretched, asking for a ride, and, captivated by her beauty, the young man stops to give her a lift. Well, hello my loves, I am Aisha and welcome back to my channel. I am a tarot reader, occultist, student of astrology, and lifelong true crime enthusiast. If you would like to book a tarot or astrology reading with me, become one of my 18 plus patrons, or simply follow me on social media. The links to do so are all in the description box below. And while you're there, why not like and subscribe? Alright, today's story brings us right back home to South Africa, to Chatsworth's Higginson Highway, a former township established in the 1950s to segregate the Indian population. Present-day Chatsworth is a bustling South African Indian community, and it is also the home of the legend of Highway Sheila. Stories of Sheila go back many, many years, as far back as 50 years according to some sources. And as with many, if not all, urban legends, there is no single story of how Sheila came to be Highway Sheila. One version of the myth, the version of the myth that I am most familiar with, goes that Sheila was a young woman who was raped, tortured, and brutally murdered on Higginson Highway. Her soul has become tethered to the highway, where she now haunts and tries to hitch a lift from passing motorists, possibly looking for the men who led to her untimely, tragic death. Another version of the myth, however, says that Sheila was a young girl who was killed in a car accident on the highway. Again, due to her untimely death, Sheila began to haunt the highway where she died. Some say she seeks her revenge on the motorist who took her life. Most Indian communities are, at least in my experience, highly, highly superstitious. And so it is no surprise that there are several superstitions and superstitious beliefs surrounding the ghost of Sheila. One such superstitious belief is that Sheila has a quota of lives that she must meet every year, and which she meets by causing accidents on Higginson Highway. As a result, several accidents have been attributed to Sheila, even when there are other factors at play. It is claimed that Sheila either runs next to the vehicle as it drives along Higginson Highway, or jumps into the road in front of the oncoming car. Should someone stop for her, she typically gets in. But don't forget, she is an otherworldly being after all, and so don't be surprised if she suddenly appears next to you in your car as you drive through the area. There are several supposed eyewitness sightings of Sheila. The most popular of these stories starts with a man. Sometimes he is a young man, sometimes he is an old man, but he is always a man. Late one night, this man stops to pick up a beautiful young hitchhiker named Sheila. As she enters his car, the temperature inexplicably drops, and, gentleman that he is, he offers the young woman his jacket. When he drops her off at home, he insists she keeps his jacket. Sheila does so, but tells him that he could come for it in the morning. When the man returns for his jacket the next day, he is greeted by a middle-aged woman who tells him that Sheila does not live there anymore. He is then directed to the cemetery, where he finds his jacket on Sheila's grave. Sheila was also sighted sitting behind a car, her long dark hair covering her face. On her upper body, she has on a black top, but her lower body is just a white glare, nothing but a white glare. The very next day, the eyewitness returns to the spot and supposedly sees her again, sitting exactly the same as she did the day before. The community's opinions of Sheila vary. Some are terrified of her, some hold a type of respect for her. I myself would love nothing more than to get to the heart of the story, to unravel the true history of who Sheila is and who Sheila was, if she ever was. Anything to put this poor girl's soul to rest. In an attempt to ease the concerns of the community, Hindu priests from the area held special prayers to ensure that Sheila's spirit would be laid to rest. They also ensured the community that ultimately Sheila was harmless. And this is a sentiment that many, myself included, agree with. Shirley, a psychic spiritual healer who chose not to divulge her last name, said, "I do believe that some people may have seen Sheila, but I am certain she is not the cause of the accidents. Spirits do not harm people for no reason." And in another sentiment with which I wholeheartedly agree, Feleru, another local psychic, says, "This woman has been portrayed so negatively. She is not evil, but is searching for closure on her death." But with that and with love, thank you for spending this time with me. What do you think about the story of Highway Sheila? And if you're South African, or if you've passed through Higginson Highway, have you encountered her? Have you encountered any other ghosts or spirits on the highways? I know that there's many out there. With that, bye.